Hello, Wonder Women of the World. Today is my turn to lead our community update, and I have a surprise for you. We have a special guest, and I want to introduce her to you. It's Teresa. She's from Czech Republic, and she's our first success story. And now I give her the word. Teresa, please share your story.
Hello, everyone. My name is Teresa, and this is Sophie. And
Aw.
we're calling in from a tiny village near Prague, Czech Republic.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm joining because Irina asked me to share my story uh, uh, about getting a job and the summer of code. So, to give you a bit of background, I studied international relations at university, and I've been working in marketing for many years now. I previously worked in London, and about 3 years ago, I moved back to Prague. And I've been gradually focusing my career on digital marketing. So, in my previous roles, I worked on some offline projects too, but gradually I've been focusing on the digital aspect of it.
Mhm.
And my last position was senior digital manager. I managed a team of 6, focusing on international campaigns and clients in a large marketing agency.
Yeah, cool.
However, when I was thinking about moving my career a bit forward, there were discussions about a role of a digital director. I've received some feedback during the discussions that I could improve my technical knowledge, my technological overview.
Mhm.
And sometime after that, I went on maternity leave, as you can see.
Yes.
And I've decided that I will use this free time, let's say, to learn a bit more about various digital tools, learn to code, um, and generally get a more overview of what technologies are there. So I attended some local courses on programming, specifically in Java and Python. But I thought I don't have that much time until I go back to work. And I knew from the previous experience with my first daughter that once I go back, I will not have much time to do much else than go to work, run to kindergarten, go to sleep, and then again.
Yes.
So that's when I came across the registration for Summer of Code, and I think it fitted exactly what I needed. It was a good overview of various tools, what you can do, and I completed all the 13 weeks as a DIYer,
Mm-hmm.
and it helped me massively. I've learned so much. Um, yeah, and basically, when my maternity leave is coming to an end in 3.5 weeks, I
Yes.
decided that I could have a look around what alternatives are there to going back to my previous job because
Mhm.
I felt I've learned so much and I could do better basically.
Yes.
So I applied for different positions, and 2 weeks ago I've received an offer, an amazing offer from one of the top consulting firms globally to work there as a digital marketing consultant. Yeah,
Amazing.
Congrats! Congrats!
Congratulations.
I think the
Congratulations.
Summer of Code has helped me massively. So I would like to take this opportunity to thank everyone, Ilona and the whole team, for organizing this and sticking with it for the whole time. I think that the topics and skills I've learned helped my CV to stand out. It
Yes.
was something I could talk about with some expertise on the interview. And also, I believe that the confidence I've gained throughout the process because I felt I have learned so much.
Yes.
It also helped me when it came to discussing the salary and negotiating that.
Yes.
So, thank you very much, everyone. And that's my story.
Aw.
Thank you for sharing. It's so nice of you, and I think it's really important for all the community to know that you can finish even as a DIYer, the whole 13 weeks, and you can do this, and it's
Yes.
manageable, and it will improve your knowledge, and you will be more confident, and you can talk nerdy, geeky things.
Yeah.
And it helps a lot, and I know for myself. So now I feel more confident when speaking with my friends who are mostly male, and they are so surprised when I talk like blockchain and other things, and they are so, wow, you know this, and it's like uplifting, and you feel a different person when you know everything now is digital. I'm a digital marketer myself, and it's important to know how to connect stuff there, and it helps to get a better job. So, ladies, everyone who is watching, you can do this, and you should do this definitely.
Yeah.
Teresa, thank you so much for sharing.
Teresa, thank you. Thank you. I mean, it really
Thank you
means a
very much.
lot. It really means a lot to hear, one testimony, and that's also fire us up in the back end to hopefully have more of these testimonies in the future. Because like what I also mentioned in the our allies team meeting last Friday, that no matter how good, I mean, of course, the course that you're going through will have a significant impact to your progress, but at the same time, the most important thing is that you yourself have to have the will to want it, that you really want it so bad. Because if you don't have that will, it's just going to be very tricky for you to go through some of the courses. I mean, for example, ladies, I'm going to share quickly, okay? I have gone through a lot of different courses online. I have been to Udemy, I have been to EDX. I mean, I can't name all of that now. But one thing that I have learned and noticed when Ilona is doing the live class, and even if I'm doing the or watching the recording, are the exercises there. And what is really a gold mine for me is when I see the errors that she's going through, and she manages to just like, keep calm and just go to Google and do the whole thing, because you won't really find that in other courses. I mean, what you see in other courses are the polished ones. But with Ilona's classes, you can actually see that an experienced engineer for 8 years is going through something, and she just kind of gets on with it. And it's okay that you will have all these errors, because the fact that you can debug, that is very, very priceless. So I just have to say that, because this is one thing that I really think should be should be shared. The uniqueness of the delivery of Ilona's courses. So yeah, that's all I have to say. Mhm.
Yes, and also I wanted to say that debugging, how you said, and finding answers on Google, on Stack Overflow, and other sites is like a great part, a big part, and even huge part of developer's job. And I'm not a developer. I'm also, I said, digital marketer. But when I need to connect stuff in backend, I also Google it,
Yeah.
and you should be prepared for this totally.
Yeah, your new best friend. Yeah, definitely.
Hmm.
Mm.
Okay, so now, Teresa, thank you. You can stay with us if you want, and if you have some things to do, you can go. Choose whatever you like. We will go on, with our community update. I
Yeah,
will share my screen. Wait a second.
awesome.
So we have like. So tell me if you see it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I Yes. So, community updates. Today is the 2nd of November, and I congratulate everyone with the new month.
Yes.
And the first one slide is mine. I will try to make it bigger. So it's, come on. Okay, so First of all, our winter of data pre-registrations are still going, and we already have 2,800 pre-registrations and counting. And the interesting thing is we have really big amount of newcomers. So not from our community, but people who are just interested in data science, and they are new to our community. So we have like new blood, and it will be really interesting for us to, combine programming and data. So please join if you haven't already. Also, last week, ladies shared in email that my market and brand department needs help, and I've got like amazing feedback and amazing showing up of all the community. I have like dozens of emails, and ladies, if you applied with a request to help me, I will get back to you. I didn't get back to all of you yet, but I will. I totally will. And thank you. You are just awesome. And I wasn't expecting such a turn up that so many people would like to help me. Thank you again. And this shows that our community is great.
Yes.
And also, small bravos to my team, because they are like I'm standing on the shoulders of the giants because they help me so much. They have so much knowledge, and they help me enormously. So Katerina, Luis, Rashini, Tiana, and Rosa, she's helping me with social media postings. Girls, you are awesome. And the last announcement I want to make is about country coordinators. We will have people helping us to spread the word about Winter of Data, like we had with Summer of Code. So if you think that you have desire, skills, and readiness to help us do this, please contact me. As always, market at 1millionwomen2tech.com, or shoot me in Discord if you have one, or in any channel you can find me. And your responsibilities be contacting universities, contacting influencers and other organizations that might require the skills of data scientists, or they teach or learn data science, and so we can spread the word about winter of data. And Ilona has like impossible benchmark for me. She wants to have 100,000 registrations. So girls and ladies and all people who are watching, please help me achieve this. I want to surprise Ilona. I want to make her happy, and I want our winter of data just go like Vanessa says, boom.
Boom.
Yeah. Uh,
Okay.
so next, is it going next?
Hola.
I'm next.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I have just three things to say. Also, a huge, massive thank you to those who replied for the last email that you received from Jessie. Jessie has sent it to you. I also got massive amount of emails. I didn't reply all of them yet. Me neither. Just I will probably I will catch up during the weekend. So after the weekend, check your email. So massive thank you. I will organize work for you. I will give each of you a task so that we can start working on Winter of Data. And one thing I would like to share with you and clarify about allies, because we receive a lot of information, a lot of requests for access. So I want to be very, very clear for you what we need from you and why we need that. Because it's not that we are gathering some strange amount of information about you just I want you to know why we do that.
Yes.
What we know, what we want from you, what we need from you is your email address, your first name, and your surname. Of course, and the Discord would be also great because this is how we contact on everyday basis.
Mm-hmm.
But why we need an email from you? We need it because all the allies get all the volunteers as well get all the updates every week update with information. This is an email not for any kind of marketing or sharing with you some marketing information or offers. This is only for contacting you, for notifying you about upcoming meetings, for giving you updates about what's happening, and also just for contacting you with team leaders or other volunteers who
Yes.
just would like to ask you for your support. Why we need your first name and surname? Because Kartra, our membership portal, requires the minimum requirement to drag you on the list of allies so that we can automatically send emails require first name, surname, and the email.
Mhm.
So that's why we need those data. So please don't be if you don't want to share those information on some general channel on Discord, please DM me. You can share this information in direct message. I'm not sharing that with anyone else. It goes directly to Kartra. So also Sarah knows that. Or you can also share it with Sarah. If not on the general channel, do that privately on the direct message, and that's not a problem. And one more sentence about the survey. Huge, massive thank you to all of you who filled in the survey. We have to be very accurate. 134 surveys filled in.
Beautiful.
So massive, massive thank you. This is a huge amount of information that we can learn on. If you could, we would like to get more. So if you could spread the word or share with the others, that would be awesome. We need as much information as we can get, because then we can learn. The more information we have, the more we can learn about what to improve and how to make it work better, and how to make it fit for you better, because we also learn about people who attended Summer of Code. What are your needs? What are your expectations? What you would like to achieve by joining us? That's why please are my huge request to fill in. Those who didn't fill it in yet, please do. There's a small surprise in the end. You can get a. I won't tell you what it is, but it's a small surprise as a thank you for us, made by Shalini, amazing volunteer who prepared it for you. It will be. I can only tell you that it will be helpful for beginners, or not only for beginners, for everyone, as a prerequisites for Winter of Data. So please fill it in. And there's also a link. I'm sharing the link just in case for Winter of Data.
Yeah,
And thank you very much.
Okay, and the next
Ola, you're
slide.
Yep, that's it for me. Yep.
awesome. Okay. And Irina, I'll share my screen, because what happens with Google Hangout is when someone talks, the the screen goes to that person. So I'm gonna share my screen, and there we are. Okay. So I would like to give a massive boom shout out to my to my awesome team members. To be honest with you, without these individual people here, IP and funding would not be existing or actually operating properly. So tick whiz, I'm gonna be, yes, saying thank you to you every time I see you. Thank you so much for helping me out, and I can't wait to meet your another IP lawyer that will potentially help us with the registering of our trademark and so on. Between and Wendy, I know I just spoke to you yesterday, but Thank you so much again. I can't wait for us to get started with Learn Dash and really, play around and make mistakes and, learn from all these mistakes within. So we can eventually onboard new volunteers because, like what Ira and Ola said, that they received a lot. I also received a lot. And, I actually invited these beautiful ladies today to our 10 a.m. Zoom meeting. I'm gonna send it in the chat. I hope I can do that. And then Hannah, dear Hannah, if you are watching this replay, she is based in Madrid. She's helping me out with the ongoing research for our accounting firms that would help us audit our financials, because at the moment we are using a software, a nonprofit software, to help us with the statements. So we just need an accounting firms for audit. This is also in the Trello board. I'll show you in a bit. Bads, my dear friend, I know you don't watch these things, but anyway, girl, I'm just so grateful that you're helping me out with this, because she's actually very, very good with bookkeeping and accounting. So, um, I'm gonna send this information in the chat in a bit. Hopefully, I can do that. And then at the moment, what is happening is we are, as usual, in the process of gathering the intellectual property docs and policies, just so that in the future or in next coming months, it will be so smooth for us to hand over some of the tasks. Like I mentioned this previously in the previous summaries, that if in the event that, for example, if I cannot continue with a volunteer, I will hand over the department. I mean, obviously, this would be a rightful candidate, um, and she won't be confused, because at the moment it's really hard to establish the foundation. It's kind of very intense, And just to add to Ola's comment about the feedback, is from our, or rather, I would say one of the people that I have the highest respect in the technology industry, is we really need a lot of your feedback, ladies. So those 133, 134 people who have replied or submitted their surveys, thank you. Thank you so much. Because without your feedback, we don't know in what aspect we can improve. It's not going to help the community. So if you haven't done it yet, please take a moment. Like, take a moment if you really care for this community to thrive in the next coming months and years, perhaps. That feedback of yours, I mean, that is going to help us. That is going to help us a lot. And this is the Trello board that we were just discussing earlier. Ola mentioned that we would require your first name, last name, and email. And if you haven't done this yet, this is the GDPR consent that you have to fill in. So, majority of the new volunteers in the HTML CSS Wizards application is, I forgot to tell you about this, but if you have a moment, if you're here in our weekly summary, it would be amazing if you can actually go through this form, because it's very important. And also, ladies, for those of you who haven't watched the recording of the last Friday, it's actually in this card right here. So this is very important if you're within the Trello board, because um I understand that we're all very busy, and sometimes you can't attend the meetings. So this would be the time for you to watch the recording, this one right here. This, I even put the timestamp for you, so you can skip through some of the minutes if you don't have 1 hour to to spare. That's it for me, really. I just can't wait for today's allies. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen, and 1 second.
Yes, and let me take it from here. I
Yes.
want to thank Teresa once more. She stayed. I didn't saw it before, but she stayed. Thank you.
Thank
And
you, Teresa.
yeah, and I just wanted to share that while we communicated with Teresa, I have told her that we need 999,999 more of such success stories, because this is what we work for, this is what we strive for. That's why we have volunteers and not we're non-profit, and we would like to fulfill our mission. We really want 1 million women to be able to be in tech, to receive education, and it's really, really pleasant thing to have people like Teresa who achieve this. And I'm not gonna cry, but it's awesome, when you work on something and you see real results. So Teresa, thank you once more for sharing, because if you didn't, wouldn't know about this, and that just warms my heart that we are helping real people with real life situations. Thank you.
Thanks.
And girls, if you have anything else to say, maybe in chat, who has chat? Do we have any questions there?
I don't, but if Ilona is, I'm taking care of the chat, but not many questions actually. But Ilona, if you're watching this and you're not able to read the chat, there's a lot of people, sorry, caring for your health and asking if when you're coming back. So please use those few more days to get well and come back to us.
Okay. So thank you all for coming and have an amazing weekend in front of you. Have fun and don't forget to learn coding.
Yes. Oh my god.
Thank you.
I just sent the link in the comments section, ladies. My computer went funny, so I was a bit like stuck there. So it's in the chat. If any one of you here don't have the link to the Zoom meeting, okay? I just want to like greet every. Can I just greet all of them? Annie KTK, Anna Susik, Amanda, Tatiana, Sabrina, Rosa, Paula, Michelle, Nayonika, Mara, hi. Oh God, I was lost again. Nyadishi, Pia, Yannick, Katerina, Jessie, P. Shoba, Wala. I'm trying to Francisca, hey, and Victoria. Yes, I hope I greeted everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. It really means a lot. And if you are a ally and a volunteer, I'll see you at 10 a.m. BST, okay? In like half an hour. Okay? That's it, ladies?
Bye and thank you for watching us.
Bye.
As the
Bye-bye.
winter data
Take care.
is
Bye-bye.
coming.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.